Hello everybody! This is going to be a video response to the lovely Karen from Between Traditions, a Spiritual Odyssey channel. She is absolutely fantastic. So, if you haven't gone to meet her yet, I highly recommend that you do so. But her discussion was on being skyclad for rituals, which if you don't know what skyclad means naked. And doing rituals naked, which I responded to in the comments, but what I saw that wasn't really addressed so much, or if it is, it's really taboo almost, or people get almost too into it, and that is sex ritual. Don't panic. Okay. Here's some quick rules about sex rituals. 1. You're never forced into one. So, if someone's trying to force you into doing a sex ritual, nah. Nope. That's getting to a whole other realm of bad stuff you shouldn't do. If you're not comfortable, don't do it. That's pretty much the big rule. Probably, the steadfast one that you always really need to listen to when it comes to this topic. I myself have participated in one with my husband. We've only done one ever, and basically what I understand a sex ritual to be, and the whole premise of a sex ritual, is that almost you state your intent at the beginning and what you are pulling this energy for, because it's all about the energy that manifests when you two are together in an intimate way like that. And what this does is you both select a purpose that you're both typically mutually working toward. I've never done one, like a 2-spell sort of ritual where half the energy's for something and the other half's for whatever he wants. No, it was both for one concise ritual spell. And the energy that gets together from this intimate, lovemaking is sent out, and it's supposed to sort of make whatever that spell is for bring into fruition with that positive, loving, raw energy. Now, our experience with this, and I'm not going to get over detailed, and if that's what you're looking for, you might as well turn the video off. My big thing about this, be mature. Don't be childish when it comes to this. This is a very serious thing if you want to include it into your practice. And the results that we felt, we felt connected in a very intimate, different way. We sort of felt like our two spirits joined as one together, and that it just brings this whole new level of closeness that you don't always get. And the spell worked. I don't remember what it was exactly for, because it was almost a year ago, or a little more. But I remember that we were both really happy with the spell work, and that everything turned out as it should from it. And it also brings this whole other element of, like I said, closeness in the relationship. It's a whole other level of intimacy that you might, we might not have been able to reach otherwise. Now, the big thing about this are some do's and don'ts. I'm not saying what you should and shouldn't do. I'm going to recommend. That's what this is. These are some recommendations. Again, don't be pushed into acting in a sex ritual if that's not what you want to do. That's getting into this whole weird, borderline rape and cultish control, and it's all around bad news. Don't ever do it if that's not what you want. And if you are not comfortable with including this into your practice, that's fine. It's not something we have done before or since. The one time was enough, and if it arose again where we wanted to, I know we'd both be comfortable to do it. But it's not like it's something that we always do. And another thing, I don't recommend doing this with new partners. It's, like I said, it's reaching this whole new level of intimacy and this whole new just thing. And if you do that with a 2-week relationship, that's kind of pushing it to me. I think this should be something with a partner that you have been with for a while, because you're already comfortable with them. Whereas if it's still this, new honeymoon phase lust thing, then, I don't know, I don't think it would work as well, but that's my personal opinion. Let's see. Also, don't ever do a one-sided sex ritual, which means what I call, you know you're doing a sex ritual, but your partner doesn't. That's just not cool. If you're going to involve them into something magical, into what their energy is being sort of taken away from them for, you should at least have the decency to let them know. And if they don't want to do it, don't do it, because you wouldn't want to be forced into it either. It is, you know, taking some energy out of you, and you will feel different. And if not prepared for that, it might be a bit too much for some people, if not everybody. But again, it's all about being comfortable. And if you're not, that's fine. I didn't think I would ever be. Ever. But when I met my husband and everything, I found that I was. And so was he. And I've talked about in several videos where our spiritual paths are very different. But we both sort of meshed onto this idea and we're comfortable with it. But again, not something you should be forced into or that you should force someone else into. And don't act without somebody else's knowledge, without your partner's knowledge. That's just, no. All kinds of nope. Just no. But, yes, that has been my experience with that. And I think if you are welcome to this idea and you have a partner who also follows a similar path and you both are working towards something, like if you both have, you know, an issue that you're worrying about, you know, some kind of, you know, even a financial issue, just something that you want to take your energy and just put it out there together. It's very, very strong energy. I mean, it's a strong act. It's a strong thing. It's a big deal. So if you put that out into the universe, you'll be very surprised as to what you get back. But yeah, it's just, I don't know about this whole Skyclad thing. I'll also respond a bit to that, I guess. I personally have never cast naked, but that's just me. I just don't see the need yet, anyway. But I do think someone else was talking about it. Annika was talking about how maybe a circle of Skyclad people for a ritual would be very interesting. And I do agree with that. I think it'd be a very interesting premise, but for me personally, it'd have to be built on this huge foundation of trust and all this other stuff before I would even consider it, because, call me old-fashioned, it's a big deal for me to be naked in front of somebody, so I would not just jump into that. And it's not because I'm not comfortable with me. It's not because, well, everybody has bodily issues, but I don't hate how I look. It's this whole trust thing. So it would take quite a few steps and quite a decent length of time for me to be comfortable, but it is something to think about for the future. But most likely, I would be quite comfortable doing that with my husband, probably in just him. I don't know. We're kind of cool with seeing each other naked. It's not a big deal. So, if he ever wanted to, and if I ever wanted to, I know I could go to him and it would at least be discussed. So that's something that you can also consider doing with your partner. If you don't want to do a sex ritual, you could do a Skyclad ritual if you think that it adds to the energy of the spell work, that you're not held back by, you know, earthly garment and all this other stuff. And if it just makes you feel this deeper connection to the divine, then do it. You know, if you're comfortable with it, it's all based on comfort and what you want. But now I sort of feel like I'm rambling. But yeah, that's the basics of what I hold a sex ritual to be and what I think it should be used for, and sort of the rules and stuff that I set for myself as to how it should be and how I feel, and everybody's thoughts and feelings needs to definitely be taken into account before it can even be possible. So if you're considering it, don't be afraid. It's not taboo, and it's not this weird sexual perverted thing. It is just that raw energy, that love and emotion and all of that, and that interconnectedness spiritually that you get during that act in which you send out. It's really not much more than that. So everybody who was thinking this was going to be a really sexy video, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But yeah, that's about it. Let's see, I don't have anything else to add, so you're lucky it was a short one. Alright guys, have a good one, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!